Hey guys, in this video we're going to be checking out another best gaming monitor, which is the ASUS VG279QM. We will see how it stacks up against similar, and newer gaming displays in terms of image quality, performance, design, and value for the price. If you want more information and updated pricing on the product mentioned, be sure to check the links in the description down below. If this is the first time you visiting this channel, don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the notifications bell. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Image quality. In terms of image quality, the ASUS TUF VG279QM is not different from other models that use the same panel with a 400 nit peak brightness, a 1000:1 static contrast ratio, 178 degrees viewing angles, 8-bit color depth, and 99% sRGB gamut. Overall, you get a bright picture quality with vivid and consistent colors, and the picture won't shift in color, contrast, or brightness regardless of the angle you're looking at the screen. However, many people will find the 2.7 sized screen of the monitor to be too big for its 1920x1080 screen resolution. The pixel per inch, PPI, ratio of the ASUS VG279QM amounts to 81 ppi, so the picture won't have as much screen real estate or as vivid details as, for instance, a 24-inch 1080p monitor with 91 ppi. For games, watching movies, and other multimedia use, the low pixel density will be acceptable to most users as you can just sit a bit further from the screen in order to make the individual pixels less distinguishable. Moving on, the ASUS VG279QM supports HDR, high dynamic range, and carries VESA's Display HDR 400 certificate. For a noteworthy HDR viewing experience, a monitor would need a much higher brightness and contrast as well as a wider color gamut and local dimming, so HDR content won't look any better on this monitor. You can just ignore HDR on this monitor as it doesn't improve the picture quality nor increase the monitor's price, which is the case for most Display HDR 400 monitors. In spite of its low pixel density and meaningless HDR support, the picture looks great on the ASUS VG279QM thanks to its vibrant and accurate colors, good peak brightness, and wide viewing angles. Performance. The ASUS VG279QM input lag performance is impressive with just around 2 milliseconds of delay, which is imperceptible. Its pixel response time performance is very good as well. There are 6 response time overdrive modes which you can change by using the trace-free feature found in the OSD, on-screen display, menu of the monitor. Modes scale from 0 to 100, in increments of 20. For the best performance and the least amount of ghosting and overshoot at 280 Hz, you should set trace-free to 80 as 100 introduces a lot of inverse ghosting. Some pixels transitions here and there may not make it in time, but this isn't noticeable in real use, unless you are really looking for it by using various tests that are meant to highlight these artifacts. Since trace-free at 80 is more suited for 280 Hz, there will be some overshoot at 240 Hz. So, we recommend just running the monitor at 280 Hz. When playing more demanding games at around 100 FPS 144 FPS with FreeSync enabled, you should dial back the overdrive to 60. And at 60 Hz/FPS, you should set trace-free to 40 for the optimal performance. AMD FreeSync is supported with a 48 to 280 Hz VRR, variable refresh rate, range, and the monitor is certified by NVIDIA as G-Sync compatible for flawless performance without any tearing, stuttering, or flickering. ELMB-Sync. At the time of this writing, only a few of ASUS gaming monitors have the ability to simultaneously run VRR, either FreeSync or G-Sync compatible, and MBR, motion blur reduction. MBR uses backlight strobing in order to eliminate trailing behind fast-moving objects for better motion clarity. By doing so, however, it sacrifices screen brightness. ASUS calls their MBR technology Extreme Low Motion Blur or ELMB, while ELMB-Sync allows ELMB and FreeSync to be enabled at the same time. For the best performance while strobing, your frame rate should be as close as to the monitor's refresh rate as possible. This is why combining VRR with strobing is ideal, at least in theory. In order to avoid strobe crosstalk, a 240 Hz gaming monitor would need to strobe at a lower refresh rate, usually at 100 Hz, 120 Hz, or 144 Hz. When ELMB and ELMB-Sync are enabled, the ASUS VG279QM is locked to an overdrive mode that corresponds to setting trace-free to 80, which is too aggressive for lower refresh rates. As a result, you will get visible overshoot while strobing below 200 Hz. While strobing above 200 Hz, overshoot is reduced as higher your FPS/Hz goes, but it will be difficult to constantly maintain such a high frame rate, thus resulting in strobe crosstalk or duplicate images. You can also run ELMB without FreeSync at fixed refresh rates of 120 Hz, 144 Hz, 240 Hz, 270 Hz, and 280 Hz, but the overdrive setting will again be locked. While ELMB/ELMB-Sync is enabled, the monitor's maximum brightness peaks at around 200 nits. We also reviewed the ViewSonic XG270, which features the Blur Busters approved certification for its Pure XP backlight strobing technology. While Pure XP cannot run at the same time as VRR, it offers a significantly smoother motion clarity when strobing at 120 Hz with no ghosting or overshoot and with minimal strobe crosstalk, much less than on the VG279QM. So, if you want the best backlight strobing performance for CRT-like motion clarity, we recommend checking out the ViewSonic XG270. In case you just want to game with VRR or with uncapped frame rates, the ASUS VG279QM will suit your better. Features. Other features include ASUS Standard Game Plus utilities including custom crosshairs, an FPS/Hz tracker, on-screen timers, display alignment, and the new sniper feature, which puts a dot in the middle of the screen and zooms in a small area around it for increased precision. Game visual consists of pre-calibrated picture presets such as racing, RTS/RPG, FPS, sRGB, and MOBA. You'll also find the overclocking option in the OSD menu, as well as shadow boost, improves visibility in darker games, a low blue light filter, and other standard adjustments such as contrast/brightness, color temperature, saturation, etc. The OSD menu is well organized and easy to work with thanks to the 5-way joystick placed at the back of the monitor along with 3 extra hotkeys and a power button. Lastly, the monitor is completely flicker-free, unless ELMB/ELMB-Sync is enabled, as it doesn't use PWM, pulse width modulation, to regulate brightness. Design and connectivity. The stand of the monitor offers a full range of ergonomics including up to 130 mm height adjustment, -5°/33 degree tilt, 90 degrees pivot, +/90 degrees swivel, and 100x100 mm VESA mount compatibility. Connectivity options include 2 HDMI 2.0 ports, max 240 Hz at 1920x1080, a single DisplayPort 1.2 input, a headphones jack, and dual 2W integrated speakers. The screen has a light anti-glare coating which eliminates reflections but doesn't make the picture appear grainy. Conclusion. All in all, the ASUS VG279QM is an excellent gaming monitor for the price. We were pleasantly surprised that its pixel response time was able to keep up with the high 280 Hz refresh rate, which is great if your PC can output as many frames. Whether the extra 40 FPS/Hz is worth the extra cost is up to you. Thanks for watching the video. If you find this video helpful, please help out the channel by giving this video a like or subscribe the channel and tell us which product caught your eye in the comments below.